Hi, welcome to Code.io. This is day 7 of 100 days of code, and the question for today is called check if circular linked list. So let me just read the question first and we'll get into the approach. Okay, so given the head of a singly linked list, find if the linked list is circular or not. A linked list is called circular if it is not null terminated and all nodes are connected in the form of a circle. An empty linked list is considered a circular linked list. The linked list does not contain any inner loop. Okay, so if you don't know what a linked list is, I'll leave a video in the description. We have already done a couple of videos on linked lists and it explains how a linked list works and how to code a linked list. So if you don't exactly know what a linked list is, go watch that first, and only then you will understand this better, right? Okay, so I'll move to the whiteboard now. Okay, so let us say we have this linked list, right? And I'm assuming you know what a linked list is, and yeah, just a minute. Okay, so what they are saying is that we have a linked list. Let us consider this is that linked list, and they are saying that it is a circular linked list. Actually, they are not saying it is a circular linked list. You are supposed to find if the given linked list is in fact circular. So what does a circular linked list mean? It means that instead of ending the linked list with a null pointer, the last element of the linked list or the last node of the linked list will point to the head node. Okay, so this is what I tried to represent here with this arrow, right? So the fifth node in the linked list is the last node, and it is pointing towards the head node of the linked list. Okay, so this is a circular linked list, and you're supposed to find if the given linked list is circular or not. Okay, so how exactly are we going to do this, right? So we are going to have two pointers, okay, or two head pointers you might say, and they are going to point at the first node of the linked list initially. Okay, so I'm just going to create a couple of pointers. Let one be node. Sorry for my poor handwriting. Okay, let one of it be named as node and another one be maybe PTR, the classical variable names, right? Okay, so what you're going to do is that you're going to fix one pointer at the head node, and you're going to traverse through the linked list with the other pointer, and you're going to see if the pointer that is traversing comes to the head pointer by just using the equal to sign, right? So I might have confused you a little bit. Now I'll explain it better so you'll understand it. So what I'm trying to tell is that let me just erase this arrow. Okay, so I'll tidy this up a little bit so you'll get it better. Okay, so I have this variable called PTR. Okay, initially I have this variable called PTR pointing over here, and I'm just going to have another variable called node. Okay, node, which is also pointing to the head pointer. Now this PTR, right, actually the arrow should be other way around, fine. So this PTR is going to traverse through this linked list. So node equals node dot next, right? That is how we traverse through the linked list. So initially this PTR is pointing at the head node, and we will ignore it because both are starting at the first node, so we don't consider that. Now it is going to point at the second one. Now you are going to see if the values of node and PTR are equal. Okay, you are going to check if the value of node is same as the value of PTR. Is it same? It is not. So what you are going to do is you are going to move the pointer PTR and see if the node value is same as PTR value. Okay, you are going to do this up until the last element. Okay, so either you reach null. So let us say if you have a regular linked list and the last element is pointing towards null, right? So it is not circular. So you are going to iterate through the linked list up until you reach the last element, and to the next of it is null, so you cannot move anywhere else. In that case, you will just return 0, right? You will return 0, saying that it is not a circular linked list. But if it is actually a circular linked list, so I'm just going to draw an arrow from here all the way over here. Okay, so instead of ending it with a null pointer, you have a circular linked list. So once you reach the end of the linked list, you will again try to move to the next element, and the PTR will be pointing at the first node or the head node. So in that case, node value will be equal to PTR value, right? So if this condition occurs, it means that it is a circular linked list. So in that case, you will return 1 as the value. So I hope you understood what the approach is. I will try to program this and you will understand it a little better. So this is the method that we are supposed to complete, and it is given the head node as the argument. Okay, so I'm just going to create those two pointers that we already discussed. One is PTR and its default value will be head, which is the first one, right? So one is PTR and the other one is just plain old node, and it also is pointing to head. Okay, I don't know why it is doing that weird thing, but yeah, hopefully it is not too much bothering. Okay, fine. So we are going to iterate through the linked list, right? So I'm just going to use a while loop, and the pointer that is going to be traversing through the linked list is PTR, and it shouldn't be equal to null, right? Sorry, I don't know how to resolve this. It is moving to the right, but hopefully it is not too bad. Okay, fine. So while PTR not equals null, so it means that the PTR pointer has not reached the end of the linked list. So up until that condition is achieved, this while loop is going to traverse through the linked list, and inside this we are just going to give PTR equals PTR dot next. Okay, so what does this condition do? It makes the pointer move to the next node, right? And now we are just going to check if the value of PTR is in fact the value of node. So if the value of PTR is same as the value of node, it means that this is a circular linked list. Okay, so it is a circular linked list. Now if it comes out of this while loop, you can say that the PTR equal to null condition has been satisfied. So in that case, you can say that it is not a circular linked list because the linked list has ended with a null pointer. So in that case, you just return 0. So I hope you understood this logic. Now we'll try to execute this and see if it works. So the solution works fine and every single test case has been passed. I hope you understood this logic. If you have any questions, put them in the comments and I'll get back to you. And see you on tomorrow's episode of 100 Days of Code. And if you solved it, put it in LinkedIn and tag me. I'll see it. Okay, thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye for now.